Welcome everyone. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the second International Congress on Golf and Health. We're really honoured that we can host this really important Congress, bringing you all together in this important year of golf in Scotland. The first Congress was held in 2018 in London, in the Houses of Parliament and then in the High Elms Golf Club. But like most other things in the world over the last 2 years, we've had to wait longer than expected for the second International Congress on Golf and Health, but the timing could not be more perfect. This is the biggest year of golf in Scotland, with 5 world-class tournaments held here. Many of you will have just witnessed the 150th anniversary of the Open in the home of golf in St Andrews, which as ever gave us a very thrilling final day, and congratulations go to Cameron Smith. The week before that tournament, the Renaissance held the Genesis Scottish Open, and this week in Gleneagles will host the Senior Open presented by Rolex, and the following week the Trust Golf Women's Scottish Open will be held at Dundonald, and at the start of August Gleneagles will host the AIG Women's Open. It's just a fantastic time for golf here. I would like to thank the RNA, the World Health Organization, the Scottish Government, Edinburgh University and the international governing bodies for putting their trust in us to play host to this Congress. We could not have done it without our sponsors, and in particular I'd like to thank our platinum sponsor Stryker and gold sponsors Signpost, Sempris, BASM and GE Healthcare. And of course our associate partners Golf and Health, the Faculty of Sports and Exercise Medicine, DP World Tour, Active Scotland, Edinburgh University and Edinburgh Orthopaedics. Thank you all for your support. I would also like to thank Dr. Andrew Murray, the Tour CMO, in particular for hosting at last minute, due to a COVID cancellation, our Q&A last night, which he did very well. I'd also like to thank Patrick Robinson, our Scottish Clinical Leadership Fellow, and Aaron Mackey and Mary-Ellen Carey from our team, who worked so hard to make this happen. I really hope this will be an enjoyable day and the start of long-lasting relationships, which will benefit those who play the glorious sport of golf, whatever the standard and wherever the location. It is clear to see the benefits for everyone. I'll hand over now to our honorary treasurer, a fine golfer himself, and orthopaedic surgeon, Alistair Gibson, to introduce our programme. Thank you.
I'm not entirely sure about the fine golfer, but anyway. Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the President and the Council of the College, I'd just like to welcome you all. As Jan said, we've had a fantastic few weeks of golf here in Scotland. And for once, during the Open, the sun actually shone, which was an improvement on some of the events. This time is to be topped off by this fantastic conference I really enjoyed yesterday, which addresses golf and its contribution to health. Yesterday, we had a great introductory Q&A session with some of the sports world leaders in health. And if this is the standard of discussion which we're going to have today, then we can fully expect to push forward the frontiers of health, particularly related to golf, and drive the benefits of exercise forwards. Health of the patient is particularly important with reference to surgery, and that's what the college is all about. We must still recognise that in parts of the world, golf is very much an elitist sport. And perhaps with the exception of Scotland, where we actually have a lot of council courses and folk can play more or less from a young age. One aim of the meeting is to encourage sport and try and get our sponsors to direct some funds towards increasing the capacity for everybody to play. This is particularly relevant to junior golf, which, although supported to some extent in Scotland, is not always seen as the #1 activity for young people. They seem to prefer sitting indoors and playing on their PlayStations, and I don't know how we get round that. This year, the college is promoting making it better for everyone in surgery, and we're concerned particularly that our younger surgeons are having a very hard time with it at the moment. This was started by COVID, and they find now that the work-life balance is not correct. So if we can encourage even surgeons to play more golf, this can only be a good thing. And we also have to look at the particular needs of women in surgery. The college has a big drive to allow women to participate in surgery and to have a proper work-life balance. And that may include less than full-time working, creche facilities, etc. We should think about bringing some of these into women's golf as well and get women more to play the sport at a younger age. I had problems with my own daughter. She never had anyone to play with in our club. Now, that's not right. She could play with her brothers, but she didn't have the communication with other girls of the same age. Golf is our greatest game. Yesterday, I enjoyed an outing with Andrew Murray, Corey Cunningham from Australia, and Niels at Morton Hall Golf Club. I'm not going to say who won, but Corey played like a professional. I was just a little bit disappointed that he didn't have a proper Australian haircut. Anyway, we need to get started, so there's a few housekeeping notes I have to give you. We're not expecting any fires, but if the alarm goes, please leave your belongings behind and stampede for the nearest exit so you get out without being burnt. It is hot. If any of you are going to faint, then just lie down. Remember, we're a surgical college. There will be no resuscitation, and I don't want any legal claims. Please, can you place your mobile phones on silent? So I'd like to pass over to Roger Hawkes, who's going to chair the first session, and let's have a great day. Thank you very much.